Hi guys, welcome back to MJ Performance. You can see we've got the boss Martin here. Hello. And yeah, just going to give you an update really on some of the cars that we got in, some projects, including a famous car that you would have seen on previous videos, which you'll see very soon. But first up, this is Joe's RS, which we've done a couple of videos on now, and this one's been in obviously for these fantastic big brakes. But yeah, if you look under the bonnet here, guys, there's been a few little bits done here, as you can see. There's no intake, which you're not going to be going anywhere in this anywhere, Martin, here. So yeah, what's been going on here?
Well, we've disconnected the fuel pump supply and the cold packs just as a precautionary thing. I mean, the guys here know not to start it anyway, so, but yeah, it's the old turbo feed pipes off, and there's a reason for that, because we're just doing a test development pipe, because anybody that owns a Mark III Focus RS, especially if they've been in and had the recall done by the dealer, well, apart from our good friend Phil with the black one, because we've done it.
Yeah.
The inherent problem is that they'll start seeping oil from where the banjo bolts into the block for the oil feed supply to the turbo. Absolute nightmare. I mean, even to the extent is where as soon as you disturb them, that's it. You're lucky if you get them to seal. Other than that, I mean, even putting a brand new pipe on, which comes with the crush washers, copper ones built into it, still leaks.
Yeah.
All right.
And we did discuss that on a video update with Phil's, didn't we? When we were underneath the car.
Phil's that triggered it, and he said, "Look, can you do something about this? Can you come up with something?" I said, "Right, leave it with me. I'll see what I can do." So we've come up with an actual complete replacement turbo feed pipe, which solves the problem. All right, it's better actually because it's a proper braided one. I mean, the other one's sort of like braided half and half, but this is like, with proper race jig fittings coming from the turbo. We've had it's a bit different on this because where it pushes into the top of the turbo and secured with an 8mm bolt, and it's got an O-ring on it, so you have to recreate that. You can't change it. So we've had that. Our good friend Julian at Proform Engineering, yeah, he's fabricated from the original the attachment to go into the turbo, and then we've helped our friends up at Exact Engineering, and then we've sat there and discussed it and created the pipe straight to the block.
Fantastic.
With different fittings straight into the block. All right, so we've tested it on Joe's, and it's fine, absolutely fine. So it's there's no leaks there now. So we've got a bit more testing to do on it. The reason why it's off is because Julian's coming up to just take some further measurements, and he wants to check to make sure after post testing that everything's all good, and then we can get going with fabricating these pipes up. So that'll be, we'll announce that soon, guys, and then that'll be something which is only worth doing something if it's beneficial and it's of help. Now, creating that
absolutely,
pipe, there's a lot of people out there that are just really felt. Now, by all means, take it back to the dealer, get them to try and stop the leak, get them to keep putting on different pipes, but a lot of the time it doesn't work. So it's one of them things where it's obviously a manufacturing problem or a design fault in it. So if it was just one or two, fair enough, you could say it was, but it's lots of them which leak.
Yeah.
And we've even put a brand new pipe on, and it still leaks.
And this is something which happens to people after the recall.
As soon as it's disturbed, they seem to leak after that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do on the block, you can make sure that the surface is all good. You can, but it just one of them things, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is now complete. All right. So I've done days of testing in this in all different situations, and just to make sure that I'm happy with it, and we get, I'm happy to give the green light on the 395 setup, and it's absolutely bang on.
Yeah.
We're really pleased with it. Even works quite well. The weak, the weak link there is the rear brakes, obviously. So we've done the best you can with the standard ones with regards to upgrading the discs and what came off my car, because they only done like 1,000 miles.
Yeah, and then they were grooved by
iSpec grooved them for us. We put the S2500 race pads in, the braided lines, the proper race fluid, and it's the best you're going to get with using a stock setup on the rear. It's not like ours because you're using a different brakes on the rear, aren't you? So, but it's still very, very impressive.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still quite savage on the front with the brake in. The wife Laura took it up to our friends up at Quick Fit Newton Abbott to get all the geometry checked.
Oh,
set up on it.
fantastic! Yeah,
And that's the first time she had driven it, because it runs a bit of negative camber on the front now with the Powerflex brushes.
Yep.
I
think
so
you
she,
can
she bedded the brakes in quite a bit.
just see that there,
she
guys.
doesn't hang around
on
beyond when she's driving. So she's driven ours quite
Yeah.
a lot, so she's quite familiar with the braking power of these cars, and not afraid to stamp on them.
with this one, Martin, obviously on our last video with Rich, you obviously made the comment that this one's on lowering springs at the moment.
Yeah.
So you run the KW
This
coilovers.
is what I'm saying. It's a bit of a new experience, because this runs the H&R standard shocks, H&R lowering springs on it. We've put the Powerflex caster rear offset brushes on it, and the front camber adjustment ones now. So that's on full negative camber on the moment. There it is. See. So that's what we've had our guys up at Quick Fit. So that's all been set up now. They use the data we keep the data from our vehicle when we had ours done, and then just replicate it for the camber setup. And then the good thing is about the guys up there, so they'll set it up, take it out for a drive, and then check it again, take it back, reset it 2 or 3 times just to make sure you're happy with it, and then all good to go.
Yeah.
So we don't just take it up and they set it up and say see ya. It's all got
And
to be, it's got to be right before you.
and if I can just quickly say, obviously, a good friend of ours, Jason Dale, manager up there. So he's
TT at the moment.
very knowledgeable.
Having fun watching the.
Yes.
Now watching the TT, it didn't have the first week.
It was a bit
it
rainy.
Weathered off, wasn't it?
But he runs it up there, guys, and member of the Devon RSOC.
He's the registrar for the
Mark Ones.
For the Mark One Focus RS, and also he's the editor for the
Rally News.
RS Summers Club Rally News. Yeah, so
can't go wrong there, guys.
We'll, again, work together on certain things. So, but yeah, going back to the brake kit on the front, well, happy with that. Joe, the owner of this one's, he's due back in the next few days, so he's going to be well. I mean, the wheels, yes, they're still dirty, and yes, they are more. But the final video we'll do on this will be with his gloss black finished wheels on it, with the black raised super light wheel nuts on it, and that will be the finishing touch then. All right, so that'll be the next one to come on this one for sure. But now we've tested that, both kits are now going to be live and ready to go very soon. So they can, like Tim's said previously, the pipe, whatever. So we'll be taking pre-orders on the brakes, and this will be the most popular one, I believe, because you can retain your. What we recommend that you do is do that and then run a 15mm H&R spacer on the back. Yeah. And it'll pretty much sit like that. He's not going to believe the braking power, that's for sure, Joe. He's going to be careful that you don't go through your windscreen.
Yeah, it takes a bit of getting used to, but I'm sure he's going to enjoy it. We can't wait to let him loose in the car and give us his honest opinion on it, because I mean we know how well it performs, but we always like to let the customer experience it.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll take him out in it first and just demonstrate what the braking power is. Because the thing is, at first it's a little bit daunting experience at first when you drive it with these brakes, because you almost haven't got the top. It gives you loads of confidence, because you think to yourself, I can't brake that late because it's never going to stop. Believe me, it does stop incredibly fast. So you get a bit more confident, and then you can hit that brake pedal right at the last minute, and you're gonna hold on. A little bit different on this one because it still retains the rear stock brake, so it's not going to be as effective on the rear as our Mark III demo car, which has a full brake kit, or fails, because that is completely different. Because you've got, don't forget the suspensions. It's got all the DDC plug and play, the rear brushes on the rear negative camber. It's a completely different driving experience. So on our cars, you can really, go to the limit on the brakes, and it will, it's incredible. Like a scale extra car, like I keep saying. This is a bit different because but even so, the absolute daddy setup with regards to retaining the stock brakes. You're not going to see that. That has not been created before, and I can say that is the very, very first of a 395 kit
in the world.
In the world, I can say that by retaining being able to retain the forge wheel. And then, if anybody doesn't think that doesn't do what it says on the tin, you need to come and test it, because you know, it does. So it speaks for itself. So you have to drive it, and then it will make your mind up. But you'll never experience braking power like that.
Well, Joe's quite keen to take this on track, isn't he? So this is a great upgrade for track. You know, it's something that's going to give you so much more confidence.
Yeah. Well, his wheels have got the latest Michelin Empire Sport 4S's on them, so they're better than the Super Sports, which is what they came with originally. You know? So, and then the next step up to that is a Sport Cup 2s, which we run on our car. So, yeah. Yeah.
Well, we'll give you another update, guys, when this is basically finished. As Martin said, got the Joe's alloys back on, and that should be at the point where then, when Joe's back, he'll be able to collect it.
Yeah, and then when he's done a few miles in it, we'll have it back for post checks, post spanner check, torque checks on the brakes, etc. And get his feedback on it, because that's the most important thing, guys, is to get the feedback from yourselves, owners, customers. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Feedback. That's how you get to know about problems and moving things forward, or anything that needs to be changed. But going by Phil's feedback, well, what you've got to do is look on his information on his social media. He'll tell you. I mean, you went in our car and you were in there.
Yeah.
He said it's the most
violent stopping power, apart from hitting a wall, which we don't want. But obviously these will stop that happening.
Yeah. All you got to do, guys, is I'll keep teach anybody to suck eggs, but at the end of the day, you need to be looking in front of you, and you need to be looking in your rearview mirror before you hit that brake pedal.
Yeah.
Because you will stop that quick. Yeah. And it's especially on circuit, really, like eyes in the back of your head, as they say. Definitely.
Yeah, fantastic upgrades, and looking forward to seeing how Joe reacts to this. It's going to be great.
Yeah, well, you've seen pictures already, but but it's not quite the same as seeing them in the flesh. And we've seen them so many times, so to us it's just quite normal. But anybody who's not seen them, they do react. It's quite funny actually. They can't really believe the size of them.
Yeah, well,
you can fit that inside but it's took a lot of homework doing that, and it's not easy. But when you see the end result, it's a great achievement.
Well, it's the first time I've seen it on the grounds. With the forge wheels on, so it does look great. Seen it many times with the Revo wheels. It's a slightly larger setup that you've got on your car and Phil's, but it looks really good.
This is the Mark III Focus RS, although it's not available. They're not going to make it Focus or Fiesta, etc. available in the US. It is a global car, and it's why it's worth doing this sort of stuff.
Yeah, we'll continue to support it.
Left-hand drive doesn't matter; it's still the same.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same. It will still work the same, with regards to the stock electronics running the ESP and the ABS and etc. In the drive modes, it will still behave the same. So that's not not a problem at all. So yeah. So as we say, guys, there'll be more video. There'll be another video to come on, the final one to do with Joe's, and we'll keep you updated with it. So yeah. As per normal, guys, like, subscribe, comments down below, hit the bell notification button, and we'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks, guys.